Good morning, class. So, in the yesterday video, we discussed the first to 10 questions from the chapter 3rd, that is a metal and the non-metal. Now, in this class, we are going to discuss the another 5 questions. Okay, so yesterday we discussed till that 10 questions. Now we are coming to the 11th question. That the question is that what type of oxide is formed when non-metal combine with the oxygen. Okay, so as I told you, you can take any non-metal, like you can take carbon, you can take sulfur, you can take nitrogen. They all are non-metal. So whenever the non-metal react with the oxygen, C plus O2, S plus O2 or N plus O2, they are forming CO2. If react with the sulfur plus oxygen, it will give you sulfur dioxide, and when the nitrogen is react with the oxygen, it will give you nitrogen dioxide. Fine. Now when the non-metal combine with the oxygen, whatever the non-metallic oxide they are forming, they all are acidic in nature. Fine. Acidic in nature. Already I told you, whenever the metal react with the oxygen, they are forming the metal oxide which are basic in nature, and when the non-metal are reacting with the oxygen, and they are forming the oxides which are acidic in nature. Fine. So you can choose any one example from that which is your favorite. Fine. So this is the answer of that, ki non-metal combined with the oxygen and forming the acidic oxide. You can write any other example. Now come to the 12th question, that is give reason. First is that a platinum, gold and silver are used to make jewelry. Okay, so why we are making the jewelry from the platinum, gold and silver? The important thing is that symbol are PT, gold is AU and silver is AG. Fine. The first reason to choose this metal for the ornamental purpose is that all metals are very luster. Okay, they are very lustrous, they are very shining in appearance, they have very beautiful shining, so we are using them. And the another one reason is that they all are very less reactive element. Okay, they all are very less reactive elements. So if they are less reactive elements, so they will not easily react with atmospheric gases. ठीक है, तो आगे को इसका डिकम्पोजिशन कम होगा और डिग्रेडेशन भी कम होगा. सो दैट्स वाई आपका जो प्लेटिनम है, AU है और AG है, लाइक सिल्वर एंड गोल्ड, वी आर यूजिंग बिकॉज दे आर लस्ट्रस इन द nature, and the another one reason is that they are less reactive. Fine. Come to the next question, that sodium, potassium and lithium. Fine. Sodium, potassium and lithium are stored under the kerosene oil. Now what the symbol of sodium? It is Na. What is the symbol of potassium? That is K, and the lithium is Li. Okay, now why we are keeping the sodium, potassium and the lithium in oil? So as you know that all these three elements like sodium, potassium and lithium, these three elements are very reactive, or you can say a very highly reactive elements. Okay, so when they are reacting with if you are keeping them open in the atmospheric surface, so because their nature is very reactive, they can react with the atmospheric gas like oxygen and other, and moisture also, and they sometimes catches fire also. Okay, so that's why we need to keep them in a kerosene oil or in any kind of oil to store them, ताकि वो क्या करें, because they will not react with the atmospheric gases और उनका further जो explosive nature है वो ना show हो. That's why we are keeping them in a oil. This is clear to you, hope. Okay, now third is that aluminum is a highly reactive element, yet it is used to make utensil for cooking. That's right, aluminum is a highly reactive element, but still we are using the aluminum utensils at our home. The reason is that first, the aluminum is a very good conductor of heat. Okay, the second thing is there, like iron mein we have a very common problem of rusting. So aluminium mein, whenever the aluminium react with the oxygen, it forms the layer of aluminium oxide, and this aluminium oxide layer prevent this aluminium further to corrode. Okay, so that's why we are making the aluminium utensil. Two reasons are there. First, the aluminium is a good conductor of heat. The second thing is that they are reacting with the oxygen and forming the layer aluminum oxide, and this aluminum oxide layer is preventing the aluminium for further reactions. So that's why we are using the aluminium utensils. Now come to the next one question, that is D. That is, a carbonated and sulfide ores are usually converted into the oxide during the process of extraction. So you have not studied that topic because you know that the topics are removed from your syllabus metallurgy portion. So we are not going to discuss this D1. Now come to the 13th question. You must have been tarnished copper vessel being cleaned with the lemon or the tamarind juices. Explain why these sour substances are effective in cleaning these vessels. So this is a very common thing. Already you have seen that in your temple your mothers are using a lot of vessels which are made up of coppers, like kalash and all, okay, or you can say a diya and all, that is made up of copper, and you saw that after some time they are becoming dullish in color, or you can say a greenish color of coating develops above the surface of that particular utensil. Now what your mother is doing, she is taking a little bit of lemon and she is rubbing the surface of that copper vessels, and you saw that after some time this copper vessel becomes very shiny. Now why it happens actually? So the reason is that whenever we are talking about the copper, so copper react with the carbon dioxide of the atmospheric surface and it forms the copper carbonate surface, ठीक है. So जो ये copper carbonate है आपका, ये क्या है basically, that is greenish in color. तो copper carbonate is dullish होता है और greenish in layer होता है, तो it develops a layer, ठीक है. अब now what we are doing, because you know that metal oxides or metal carbonates जो होते हैं, they are basic in nature. So when we are rubbing the lemon or the tamarind, lemon have a citric acid and all, ठीक है, like same tamarind have the tartaric acid or not. So when we are rubbing this acid with this layer, when this acid react with the layer of copper, or which is basic in the nature, so they are reacting to each other and they are forming the salts, okay. So they are neutralizing the effect of the base, so that's why the layer of copper which is greenish in color, they remove from the utensil and the copper again still becoming very shining. Okay, now come to the next 14th question. Now you have to write the differentiate between the metal and the non-metal on the basis of their chemical properties. Okay, this question is very important. Here we are not going to discuss the physical properties like luster, malleability, ductility, sonoricity and the conduction of electricity and heat. Now we are here considering the points of differences between a metal and the non-metal but chemically, ठीक है. So the first point which is given it to you here, that is metal are electropositive and non-metals are electronegative. Now what do you understand by this term? What is electropositive and electronegative? So I already told you when I was telling ionic bonding to you. So you know that when we are talking about the metal like sodium, I have taken the example. When I'm writing the electronic configuration, it can be 281. So for getting the stability, what the sodium is going to do? Sodium is going to remove its one electron. So when it gives one electron, it becomes a positively charged, one positively charged. Same if you will take the case of chlorine, you have seen that the atomic number of chlorine is 17, and when you are going to write the electronic configuration, it will be a 287. And because for getting the stability, for completion of octet rule, this chlorine molecule is going to take one electron from somewhere else. So because it's taking the number one electron, it gets the one negative charge. Clear? So that's why जो भी आपके non metals होंगे, they are electronegative in nature, and the metals are electropositive in nature. Fine. Hopefully this point is clear to you. Now come to the another one point. They react with the oxygen. As you know that when metal react with the oxygen, they are forming metallic oxide, but they are basic in nature. And non-metals react with the oxygen, they are forming the oxide, but they are acidic in nature. So already I told you about that. Fine. Come to the third point, reaction with the water. So generally जो भी आपके metals होते हैं, they are reacting with the water and they are forming the hydroxides. Like when sodium react with the water, sodium oxides react with the water. Yes, sodium react with the water, it forms sodium hydroxide and all. But non-metals generally do not react with the water. Fine. Now come to the next one question. Next one. So as you know that they react with the dilute acid to form salt and evolve hydrogen gas. So already I told you, ठीक है, कि whenever the metal react with the dilute acids like HCl, H2SO4 diluted form में, तो they are removing हाइड्रोजन गैस एंड दे आर फॉर्मिंग सॉल्ट एज अ मेजर कंपाउंड. बट जनरली जो भी आपके नॉन मेटल्स होते हैं, दे आर नॉट बिहेविंग लाइक दैट. फाइन. Second, next is very important point is that जितने भी metals होते हैं, they are showing the displacement reaction, but the non metals are not showing the displacement reaction. ठीक है. और जितने मेटल्स हैं आपके, दे आर वर्किंग एज अ रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट. और जितने भी आपके नॉन मेटल्स होते हैं आपके, नॉर्मली दे आर बिकॉज एज दे आर गेनिंग द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, so they are behaving like a oxidizing agent. So already you studied about oxidizing and reducing agent in your first chapter when we are studying about the redox reaction. Now come to the 15th question. And okay, so the 15th question is that a man went door to door posing as a goldsmith. He promised to bring back the glitter of old dull and gold ornaments. As an unsuspected lady gave a set of gold bangles to him, which is dipped in a particular solution. The bangles sparkled like new, but their weight was reduced drastically. The lady was upset, but after a futile argument, the man beat a hasty retreat. Can you play the detective to find out the nature of the solution he had used? So as I told you so many times that these matters like gold and all, so ye basically they are dissolved in the solution, which is also called as the aquaresia. So aquaresia is that solution in which we are taking the 3:1 of hydrochloric acid and a nitric acid. Okay, so when we are using that solution and we are dipping the gold, so it gives you a very shining color, but most of the layer of the gold are dissolved in it. Okay, so that's why some persons or the goldsmith, what they are doing, they are dipping your ornaments on that particular solution, and the layer of the gold removed from it, and that because definitely the gold gets shine, but the weight of the gold is reduced. And as you know that the gold is very expensive nowadays, so it is above than 50 to 50,000 rupees per gram. तो आप सोच लो कि अगर 10 ग्राम का भी वेट, अगर इफ़ यू आर सीइंग दैट 1-2 ग्राम भी अगर लॉस हो गया तो आपको हाउ मैनी मनी मतलब का लॉस आपको हो जाएगा. ठीक है. सो दैट्स वाई द सोल्यूशन विल बी एक्वारेसिया. फाइन. So the left of the question we will discuss on the later videos. So that is your today's work, that you have to write the answer of this 5 question, and same you have to do it. Take a screenshot and send it me in my personal number. Okay, till then, bye.